So a common question that I get asked is, explain the PhD to me. What is that process? And so for me, my understanding really comes from the program that I'm in, although other people have different programs. For the PhD that I'm a part of, we have basically 8 semesters of coursework, right? Taking 2 courses a semester, and the last semester you take 3 courses. So what winds up happening is you basically have almost 3 years of doing coursework, whereby once you finish your coursework, then you have the privilege to take a comprehensive exam. Now, comprehensive exams that we have to do require 4 questions. 3 of those are questions like an essay. The 4th question is a research proposal. And so I basically, the first year was studying more about leadership. Second year was more about group dynamics. Actually, first year was leadership and organizations. And then the second year was more about group dynamics. And then in the third year, you wind up going into a specialty. I picked human resource development. And so there are a bunch of specialties. I picked the one that I felt like, oh, that makes sense. Human resource, you're developing people. Okay, cool, I'll do that. And so in the third year, you wind up having your specialization. And so each of those 3 years corresponds to those 3 essay questions in the comprehensive exam. That program, that platform, that concept of taking the exams, next year it's going away for the school. They're not doing that anymore. But of course, I had the pleasure of having to do that and study for it. But that's besides the point. So what happens is once you finish your coursework, you take your comprehensive exam, and then you move on. Once you pass that, you can move on to dissertation, which I just started a couple of days ago. And that can take however long it takes, depending on the program, depending on the project that you want to do, a research project. And so for me, that might be 18 months, 16, 18 months. And so I am just kind of going through what does that require of me. I literally had a conversation with my chairperson today. There's a person who becomes your chairperson. They guide you through the dissertation process and sort of in how you do the dissertation. You'll get a committee later on whereby you'll have your dissertation chairperson and 2 other people who will be readers and kind of help guide you when you finish your first 3 chapters to say, here's my proposal, what I want to do. They will be there for you to help you and figure that out. Once you pass your proposal, then they're like, hey, go do your research. Then you go do your research, find your data. I'm going to be doing interviews. And then after that, put together my data findings and my conclusion. And then after I've done that, and it's all clean and clear, then I have to defend the whole dissertation. So that's why it can take a little while. Some people can get it done 10 months. Some people get it done years. My focus is 18 months. That's what I'm shooting for. So that's a little breakdown, PhD process.